Right now this morning, Ryan Hipsch ends his bid for the 94th Assembly District, ahead his message to voters after a narrow defeat. And no words needed, how local actors are telling a story of hope and healing through silence.
Plus, a cloudy start to this early morning with, again, rainfall still out there to our east. We'll be talking about that in just a moment.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Thursday, November 14th. We're having a hard time waking up this morning,
I know,
right? But everybody kind of might join us. There's going to be not any sun
I
to
know.
help.
Yeah, we're all sitting there thinking about koala bears right now as we get into your local forecast, and away we go, my friend. We're holding on to at least the possibility of seeing some sunshine briefly as we finish the morning hours, and maybe a few clouds will sneak back in. We have the rainfall still holding on and the circulation associated with this. This is the rainfall over the last 24 hours. You can see the circulation kind of moving across from Omaha, extending back and down into areas all the way into Illinois, and then some of that still holding on locally here into our region. That being said, the cloud cover's out there as well. It is mostly cloudy skies with another batch of clouds on the way, kind of moving in, as you can see, heading into the Twin Cities or toward the Twin Cities to the west. That's why I'm saying we're going to see more clouds later on. As far as the rain is concerned, we didn't get a whole lot. A lot of that kind of circulated out of the area and also dove further south of Prairie du Chien. We'll get into it here, drying out this early morning with clouds yet remaining, and yet will still be mild. But we'll get into at least some partly cloudy skies and mostly cloudy skies to finish your day. Dry and warmer as we finish out from Friday going into Saturday and Sunday. When I return, I'll have more about your forecast coming up for you. But right now, your current temperature is holding on to at least some widespread low 40s for you. When I come back, we'll talk about the fog, low cloud activity, how long that'll last. Stick around.
Overnight, Republican Ryan Hipsch conceded the 94th Assembly race to Democrat incumbent Steve Doyle. In a statement, Hipsch thanked supporters and said while the outcome wasn't what he wanted, he remains committed to fighting for his campaign's values. The race was one of the closest in our area, with Doyle winning by just 200 votes. And voter turnout in La Crosse topped 100% for the election. The percentage reflects registered voters before Election Day versus total ballots cast. Wisconsin's same-day registration allows more ballots than pre-registered voters. More than 5,000 people registered at the polls on Election Day. This morning, reaction is growing to President-elect Trump's surprise pick of Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. The controversial choice comes as Trump met with President Biden at the White House yesterday. CBS's Jared Hill has the details.
Welcome back. After a bitter battle on the campaign trail, President Joe Biden welcomed President-elect Donald Trump to a cordial meeting at the White House.
Politics is tough, and it's many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today.
The 2-hour sit-down as Trump's transition rolled ahead, naming Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz as his pick for U.S. Attorney General, raising eyebrows from both sides of the aisle.
It's just kind of like a God tier kind of trolling, just to trigger a meltdown.
I just think it's silly. The president is smart enough and his team is smart enough to know that Mr. Gaetz will never get confirmed by the Senate.
Gaetz, a staunch Trump ally, resigned from the House Wednesday, just days before a House ethics panel was set to vote on whether to release its report on its investigation into whether Gaetz engaged in sexual misconduct and tried to obstruct government investigations. That's according to 3 sources with knowledge of the committee's work. Wednesday, Trump also named former Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard as his director of national intelligence. She's likely to be grilled over sympathetic statements toward Russia and a self-funded trip to meet with Syria's leader. The Army vet last night on Fox News.
The American people delivered quite an incredible mandate for change in this election. Of course, there's going to be resistance to change from the swamp in Washington.
The groundwork being laid at the White House as Republicans make a clean sweep on the Hill, now projected to control the House and the Senate.
President-elect Trump plans to name former GOP staffer Sergio Gore to lead White House hiring. Gore co-founded and runs Don Jr.'s publishing company. A contractor is dead after a construction accident in Chaseburg. According to authorities there, David Puig of Viola was installing siding when he was caught between a telescopic handler and exterior wall. He was rushed to the fire department where he died. The incident is still under investigation. Campbell police say a 21-year-old is connected to 3 shots shots fired calls, that is, in as many weeks. Logan Smizek was arrested Monday night after the latest incident on La Crescent Street. Police say they found him intoxicated with a gun and shell casings. He's charged with reckless use of a firearm and has been released on bond. WSDOT plans to close State Highway 35 between Trumpelow and Holman for nearly 2 years to replace 3 bridges. The closure means drivers will need to detour through Galesville on Highway 53. That could add up to 15 minutes to their commute. Village officials and residents worry this will hurt local businesses and access to medical care.
The businesses around here, they're going to suffer if they're going to shut the road down for 2 years. And what are you going to do about the summer traffic through here? That's going to hurt everybody. The economy, everybody. Businesses will close because of that.
2 years is a long time. Trumpelow's village administrator says village officials have asked WSDOT to create a bypass lane. They are still waiting to hear back. And your drive through La Crosse County could be getting smoother as leaders approve a $206 million budget. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has those details for us.
Every department has their finger on the pulse, and then as an organization, we try to pull all of that together to make sure that the budget is spent on the things that are going to meet the most needs.
And safe roads are a priority in La Crosse. This budget includes the most funding ever for road repairs at $14 million.
To keep that spending up, to keep the rural communities not having to replace their vehicles and their windows and their shock absorbers, that's fantastic.
The county is also focusing on supporting the unhoused community. The budget creates 3 peer support specialist positions to help reduce area homelessness.
It's super vital to have people with lived experience helping people get through that experience.
And thanks to a funding request during the meeting, the county earmarked $250,000 for the La Crosse Regional Airport. That money is meant to attract airlines who are nervous they won't make a profit in La Crosse.
They're guaranteeing revenue for an airline should they decide to bring service to our regional airport.
The budget also helps out the county staff. All employees will see a 3% raise.
In order to service the constituents of the county and to provide excellent service, which they do, we need to maintain excellent staff.
And something the county is thrilled about, none of their services had to be cut.
I mean, what the county provides is something that almost in most situations nobody else provides. Whenever there are positions that we are one of the few or only in some situations providing the service, we really want to make sure that we're competitive.
Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now, this morning.
And although the budget did slightly increase compared to the last year, you might not see it impact your wallet. The mill rate is lower this year, so if your property value stayed the same, your county taxes will actually decrease. Happening today, a historic La Crosse fire station could get new life. The Common Council set to vote on selling Fire Station 4 to a retired firefighter and his wife for $32,000. Jeff and Jill Murphy plan to turn the Gillette Street building into their home while renting out the upstairs apartment. The council will also consider a new ordinance making it illegal to use city parking facilities unless you're parking or walking to a destination. Gunderson Health System will pay $160,000 in fines for air pollution violations. The Wisconsin Department of Justice sued the healthcare organization over a wood-fired boiler in La Crosse County that violated state regulations. The case is now settled. A trip to the doctor will soon be more expensive for some senior citizens. This week, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services announcing an increase in Part B premiums. Monthly premiums will rise from $174 to $185. Local Medicare agent Colin Teska says the Inflation Reduction Act and rising prescription costs are driving the increase.
I'm not too happy about it. I'll just have to wait and see what it goes up to.
Teska also says prepare to see the annual deductible increase from $240 to $257. La Crosse planners are mapping out the city's transportation future. The planning committee gathered public input on its long-range transportation plan, which is updated every 5 years. That plan outlines projects for roads, public transit, and pedestrian access across the city. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news. Americans are earning more, but also taking on more debt. Inflation posts a surprise jump last month, and new numbers show how much you need to make to afford a home these days. An antitrust case aimed at breaking up social media giant Meta is headed to trial. We'll have those details ahead. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A lost Arctic fox found wandering Portland streets is getting a new home. After a brief stay at the Oregon Zoo, the snowy white fox is now headed here in Wisconsin to a zoo in Baraboo, where he will have a new roommate named Apollo. As you start to wake up this morning, leaving with a quick wake-up call with the fox's former home. Yeah, here it is, Portland, Oregon. Wonder if he's missing it. Fun fact, it's also home to the world's smallest city park. The public area only takes up 24 inches of the Bridge City. Stay with us, your consumer news is coming up.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
Menards is your lighting headquarters. We have a great selection of lights from top brands, including Good Earth Lighting. Whether you're looking for a light that complements your unique style or helps with your home projects, we have you covered. Check out this 44-inch, 10,000 lumen LED shop light featuring a durable aluminum body with a tread plate design. Perfect for tough environments. Get it for only $29.98 after an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
FlexSteel, furniture for living, furniture for life. On sale now at Drury's and Fountain.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
When I called other lawyers, I wasn't even sure who was going to be representing me. Once I called BGR and talked to Brian, I felt secure immediately. I'm so glad that I called Bygoff and Rohde.
All right, well, good morning to you. As we start your day, cloudy skies out there right now. Then we're going to see ourselves get into maybe some clearing into the latter portion of the morning hours, getting into the early afternoon, and then clouds are going to resume back to mostly cloudy skies. Some locations may see partly cloudy skies remaining into the area today. In fact, that will be nice for them, but everybody else is pretty much drying out, getting into the clouds, still holding on today. But the good news is it's going to be mild for everybody. We'll also see as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're looking at dry conditions conditions. And we'll also be seeing some rainfall probably coming in Sunday night, late night, going into Monday. Now, rainfall is going to pretty much last through Monday. Looking at CityCam at 8, though, you're also seeing not much in the way of fog here in the downtown area just yet, but it's difficult to see if it's in the river valleys right now, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. Then we get into conditions that go right into how this all looks for current temperatures, where you're seeing, again, upper 30s now, widespread low 40s into the picture. We're also seeing some middle 40s down to the south, Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. Then we get into La Crosse, holding on for the forecast for the day. For the kids going to school, off to school, you're looking at 42 degrees under cloudy skies. It's going to be a little bit brisk out there. The winds are still kind of backing off, but it's still a little bit chilly. The leaves are rustling along the streets and areas along the sidewalks as well. Heading into home, though, we're still in drier conditions. There is a slight chance, and most of that is for folks that are all the way to the east of us right now, getting into areas like Volkfield and Sparta and Wisconsin Dells for the rainfall. Current conditions for the fog, though, patchy fog out there right now. Areas right around Volkfield, as I mentioned, Wisconsin Rapids, and then more of that fog is mostly over in areas right by mostly in Minnesota. All right, back to you.
In your consumer news this morning, American households are taking on more debt, but there is a silver lining. U.S. household debt hit a record $18 trillion, but many families can handle the increase thanks to rising incomes. After-tax income reached nearly $22 trillion last quarter, keeping the debt-to-income ratio at 82%. Inflation moved in the wrong direction last month. Data shows consumer prices rose 0.2%. Last month's increase was the first time the annual rate bumped higher since March. Underlying inflation appears to be stable. That leaves the Federal Reserve on track to make additional rate cuts next month. The American dream of home ownership now requires a six-figure salary. A new report shows buyers need to make $108,000 to afford a single-family home, nearly double what was needed in just 2019. With rising prices and mortgage rates, less than 40% of U.S. households can now afford to buy a home. Should the parent company of Facebook get to own Instagram and WhatsApp? After a judge's ruling yesterday, an antitrust case focused on that question is going to trial. Amy Kiley reports the Federal Trade Commission wants the answer to be no.
An antitrust case aimed at breaking up social media giant Meta is heading to trial. That's after a federal judge partly denied a request for summary judgment yesterday from the parent company of Facebook. The Federal Trade Commission alleges Meta overpaid for Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014 to stifle competition. This is its second attempt to sue Meta over that claim after dismissals of similar suits from the FTC and a group of states filed in 2020.
Facebook has used its dominance and monopoly power to crush smaller rivals and snuff out competition, all at the expense of everyday users.
In an April statement about its request for summary judgment, Meta argues it does face competition from apps like TikTok, X, and YouTube. In a new statement to multiple news agencies, Meta says evidence at trial will prove buying Instagram and WhatsApp has benefited customers. The antitrust lawsuit against Meta is not alone. The government also is suing 3 other tech giants.
Apple is one of 4 companies that the House investigated for potential anti-competitive violations back in 2020. So Apple, Google, Meta, and Amazon were those 4 companies, and Apple is now the last of those 4 to be sued by the federal government.
That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:18. Let's check in with Art for a look at our forecast.
Okay, I'm going to take you back to the fog again. I want you to see this as we start out, holding on to that fog and low cloud activity here. Still, it's patchy right now, not much in the way of dense fog for us, which is a good thing because we have a lot of moisture on the ground right now. I should say some moisture on the ground because we didn't get a whole lot of rainfall. Up there, just under 1/10 of an inch or so, which we were kind of really expecting here in some cases. You get into it here, the patchy fog is out there along to our east. You can see some of it here getting into areas by Wisconsin Dells and then starting to work its way a little bit closer. But the big fog is pretty much coming from Minnesota and Iowa, and that's going to collapse, trying to get a little bit closer to areas along the Mississippi River. So please, for the river valleys, please be careful about that as we go through the morning hours. By the time we get in the 9 o'clock hour, it should be all done and out of the area. Some of that kind of lingering, what does linger will probably stick around to about 9:30 in the morning. Dry conditions kind of working in there now, working over to the eastern half of the United States, trying to get there at least right now through the central portion. You have more moisture coming in off the Pacific, and eventually with that mix of warmer air and that cooler air coming in off the Pacific, well, that's going to usher in the potential for more of that rain, maybe even the snow mix, especially some of that's also coming off the Pacific and going into Canada and then crashing down toward us here locally. Highs Thursday, this is what we're looking at right now, holding on to a widespread low 50s out there, some upper 40s mixed in there. We're going to see cloudy skies this early morning, getting into maybe some partly cloudy skies for some locations, opening up the skies a bit, then clouds come back again. As you can see here right now, there's a little bit of rainfall still holding on to areas right by Oak Field, getting into Sparta, as well as Black River Falls, and it's in the form of light showers. That cuts out by the time we get in at least about the 8 o'clock hour, and it's done. You can see by 9 o'clock, most of that's already well to our east over by Green Bay. Cloud cover also with it kind of clears out. So we open up the skies for you a little bit, getting into the afternoon. We will see some more clouds lingering here for us, believe it or not. You may not be seeing it showing up there, but clouds will be here today. I'll give you a better overview with the zones. You can see who's got the cloud cover and who doesn't. It's a mix of partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies on this graphic, and you'll see it from the central zone. Getting onto the south zone, you'll hold on to the same. You'll see some partly cloudy skies, even areas as you get into Pottsville, you're looking at some cloudy skies still remaining there as well. We'll hold on to up to the central zone again. You're seeing Arcadia holding on to cloudy skies, La Crosse holding on to at least mostly cloudy skies. You'll see more of the partly cloudy skies up to the north. In fact, the north zone holding on to at least partly cloudy skies. Getting into Eau Claire, you'll see them mixing in with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies today. Rainfall pops in the picture as we go right into Monday, with snow possibly for Tuesday, going into Wednesday and Thursday with a mix of rain and snow in your forecast. And as that continues, you're going to see it may even linger into Friday. Here's a look at what's happening for the rainfall, possibly up from 1/4 of an inch to about 1.25 inches as we go into it. And of course, when I come back, we'll have more snow forecast for you. But you can see widespread 50s with increasing temperatures right through your weekend, and then temperatures will be mostly in the mild for the better part going into next week as well. Back to you.
Art, the time now is 6:21, still ahead. Keeping your Thanksgiving feast safe and healthy, the USDA's top food safety tips ahead of your Turkey Day celebration.
Coming up in the Blitz, conference dominance. The Viterbo volleyball team is on one heck of a run against league foes. Hear why the squad is feeling ready as they prepare for CCAC tournament play tonight.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones. 4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues,
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
The thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevators. Stop in and see us today.
If your home was looking drab, trade it in.
Trade it in!
The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in.
Trade it in!
If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
Trade it in!
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no-interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
Trade it in!
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. It's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Starting at $13.99.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, there is success against league opponents, and then there's what the Viterbo volleyball team is doing. They have won their last 31 conference matches, and they'll look to keep that streak going as the CCAC tournament continues tonight. Viterbo won the regular season title with a 15-0 record, then won their quarterfinal match on Tuesday in a sweep. But things did not start out great for Ryan DeLong's squad this season. The team dropped 5 of their first 6 matches, but those early season games have set the stage for what they hope to be a long postseason run. It's a feeling of family inside the V-Hawk locker room that has taken this program to new heights.
Our head coach DeLong, he really says they're here to love us, but we're here to love each other. So just putting that into perspective is I would do anything for this team, and the coaches will do anything for us.
The culture is one that I've never experienced before. It's really a family culture. I mean, we all love and care about each other so much, and we want each other to succeed. And I think that's really helpful, and how much we just want to come in and work every single day for each other.
Viterbo will take on the one Chicagoland Conference team that took them to 5 sets this season, St. Ambrose, tonight at R.W. Beggs Gymnasium. Coach DeLong is looking forward to a fun contest.
You know, we played them early, and you know, that was, I think, we're both two different teams, right, from when that was. You know, they've had some success over the last couple of years, so, you know, they kind of were the top of the conference before we got there. So, you know, we're excited to have them here. We're glad, you know, that first match was at their place, so we're glad to have them here, and it should be a good match.
The V-Hawks have already punched their ticket to the NAIA National Tournament for the 11th straight season. First serve set for 6 p.m. tonight. And the second night of a back-to-back last night for the Bucks, taking on the Pistons. No Dame, no Bobby Portis, and Chris Middleton still out, so Giannis naturally putting up 22 of the team's 24 points in the first quarter. Big second quarter, though, for Detroit. Former Buck Malik Beasley hits from the corner to make it 51-40. The Bucks trailed by as many as 18, but here comes Milwaukee. Big third quarter as Taurean Prince splashes the 3. This one would get to overtime after a pair of Piston missed free throws with a second left, and in OT, more Greek freakiness. Giannis doing it all. He finished with 59 points, the most in the NBA so far this year. The Bucks complete the big comeback win. What an impressive showing by Giannis with so many playmakers out. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric, where have you been all my life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley you can save up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
Taco John's queso is so good you could drink it. But why drink it when there's a whole menu to dip and drizzle with this creamy 3-cheese and hatch chili blend? Forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover, only at Taco John's.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet celebrates the season with America's favorite holiday tradition. Gather your loved ones and be enchanted by an all-star international cast. Returning to Pablo Center at the Confluence December 5th. Tickets at nutcracker.com.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley, there's no way my husband's snoring is going to keep me awake now Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley, you can get 0% interest for 72 months Black Friday event.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, Thanksgiving is, of course, just around the corner. The USDA wants to remind us to keep food safety in mind. To avoid any holiday mishaps, make sure your turkey hits an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Keep raw meat separate from ready-to-eat foods. And remember, leftovers should be refrigerated within 2 hours. A suspected first for Canada in the fight against bird flu. A teenager is in critical condition in what could be Canada's first human case of bird flu. Doctors say the teen started showing symptoms a week before he was hospitalized. Officials believe it is the H5N1 strain, but they are awaiting final test results. About 1 in 8 U.S. adults have taken Ozempic or similar medications to treat type 2 diabetes or obesity, according to a KFF survey. While these drugs are exploding in popularity, they do come with some risks, and they're not for everyone. Mandy Gaither has more on how to know if they could be right for you.
It's a serious public health problem. More than 2 in 5 U.S. adults have obesity, putting them at higher risk of other chronic diseases.
For many people, obesity is a brain disease.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta spent the past year investigating what's called GLP-1 drugs, a class of medications that have been available for nearly 20 years and used to treat diabetes. Now they're helping hordes of people lose weight, sometimes off-label.
One of the ways these medications work is by essentially slowing down your digestion. So that allows you to absorb your energy better as opposed to just shoveling calories in.
But there are possible side effects, including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, and abdominal pain. These are typically felt when a person first starts taking the drug. Gupta says other rare but serious risks include stomach paralysis and pancreatitis.
For people who are taking it for medically necessary reasons, it seems to be a situation where the benefits outweigh the risks.
You may qualify for GLP-1 medications for weight loss if you have a body mass index of 30 or higher, or if your BMI is 27 or higher, and you have at least one weight-related health condition like high blood pressure. Gupta says most people stop using it after 12 weeks, whether it's due to cost, side effects, or something else.
For a significant percentage of people, it just stops working for them as well. Whether it's a tolerance or something else, they just don't seem to get the benefit of it.
Gupta says this medication isn't a magic bullet. To keep weight off, he says it has to be paired with exercise and a healthy diet.
Gupta says many people regain somewhere between 1/2 to 2/3 of their weight after they stop taking these medication. But he says not every patient does, and most didn't gain all the weight back that they lost. And a local program helping people who were once incarcerated. The League of Women Voters held a luncheon for Project Proven. That provides resources like career and educational opportunities to help former incarcerated people adjust to their new lives.
The work that they do kind of quietly is so impactful for so many people. So I think it's important for the rest of our community to know that.
The League of Women Voters will host another luncheon next month. Another local organization trying to stomp out hunger, Toma Health's Community Foundation, made a big donation yesterday, supporting Second Harvest Food Bank's Food Share program that helps local families access healthy groceries from a debit card that they can use at most grocery stores and farmers markets.
Kids that are hungry are going to be less involved or engaged in school. There's going to be health concerns. I like to think of food as medicine, and the Food Share card allows people to go into stores. Almost every store that sells food accepts it, allows them to go into stores and buy food that'll be helpful for them.
Toma Health is also partnering with First City Blood Center for a 2-day blood drive. EV owners now have a new spot to charge up in West Salem. Quick Trip cutting the ribbon on a new electric vehicle charging station yesterday. It is at the Jefferson Street location, and it's a partnership with Xcel Energy.
Quick Trip going on 60 years of service. Ironically, they started in Eau Claire. We started in La Crosse. We've traded places, but it's really the coming together of two great Wisconsin companies to serve the state.
This is the first of 4 upcoming EV locations. In a move to meet its climate targets, one international airport is looking to roll out greener runways with the help of a popular snack. CBS's Tina Kraus has that story from London.
Crews at the busiest airport in Germany are paving the way toward a sustainable future in aviation, testing a new runway made from a surprising source. Those are cashew shells, toxic leftovers always tossed before they're sold. But it turns out the remnants of the popular snack are helping to produce greener asphalt. Engineers used an extract derived from pressing cashew shells to create organic bitumen, a twist on the petroleum-based material traditionally used in road construction. The CEO of the startup B2 Square says we looked at the material and wanted to recreate it differently, without crude oil and without a refinery. By blending the organic extracts with natural hydrocarbon resin, the company produced a new type of eco-friendly asphalt, said to be even more durable. The project head says we get a much higher quality from this type of material. It's the first time organic cashew-based bitumen has been used at an airport anywhere in the world, and creators say it just goes to show even the smallest ingredients can drive major change.
Germany's Frankfurt Airport aims to achieve its goal of 0 carbon emissions by 2045 at the latest, and hopes cashew shells will be an important building block along the way. Time now is 6:38. Let's check in with Art to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, as we get into it here, I just lost my spot here. Just a second. Let me get this in here. There we go. Getting back to current conditions here. That's what I wanted to start off with. I apologize for you guys here. It's all right. There we go. Better. All right. So starting out with your current conditions here. We're going to be seeing conditions in the 40s, as I mentioned before. We've got the clouds here right now over cloudy skies. We'll break it down and getting into at least some partly cloudy skies for the late morning hours. Then we're going to usher in those clouds coming back again. That's going to take us to mostly cloudy skies to finish the rest of your day. Most locations will be in the mix between partly to mostly cloudy. La Crosse will be mostly cloudy. Eau Claire will be partly cloudy. Other locations to the south, you'll see some cloudy conditions. Even to our southwest, you'll pick up some cloudy conditions as well in the morning. Here's what's happening here. We have more clouds still lingering here right now, but we're also seeing more clouds that will eventually be pushing in from the west, going into Minneapolis and Minnesota, and then holding on to at least moving that into our area as we go through the day. So what happens is this cloud cover will kind of rescind here. We get back into conditions that are in the 40s still, widespread low to middle 40s. That's at the 9 o'clock hour. We'll also see by the noon hour you're holding on to some clouds lingering well to our east, but we're still looking at conditions to be fairly decent to partly cloudy skies out there. there. Going into 3 o'clock hour, we'll get into mostly cloudy skies, and then by 6 o'clock, we'll still hold on to that for some locations, but temperatures are in the widespread 40s. All right, coming up in our Buzz Report, Morgan Freeman and Tyler Perry have played Alex Cross, the hero of the James Patterson's mystery novel series, on the big screen. But now a new actor will be playing that character on the show titled Cross, debuting today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend, Toyota Trucks. Lease a tough new 2024 Tacoma for $299 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
FlexSteel, furniture for living, furniture for life. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Come on, guys, smile. Hi, Mom.
Guess who's home? Okay, everyone smile.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one? You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend, Toyota Trucks. Lease a tough new 2024 Tacoma for $299 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, good morning to you. Here's a look at the cloud cover I've been talking about here. See, starting out cloudy skies, we'll go into it again. Starting out with cloudy skies, opening up the skies as we get into the noon hour, then those clouds come right back in and fill in, as you can see. So some locations will have some partly cloudy skies to remain. Most of us, like La Crosse, you can see Black River Falls, other locations look like they may maintain those clouds going through the day. That being said, let's take a look here again. The highs for the day, as I mentioned before, cloudy to at least mostly cloudy skies, holding on to some temperatures in the 50s, low 50s to around the upper 40s there. We're seeing a lot more upper 40s still lingering. That rainfall is just about to get out of the way here. You can see it's still holding on to some locations as we carry on. I don't know why this is kind of messing around. It's not moving right now for me, but anyway, there we go. Kind of get it out of the way. By the 9 o'clock hour, we're clearing out the skies, as I mentioned. Then you're going to see temperatures still holding on to the 50s widespread as we go into how this all continues to play out. By 5 o'clock, we're back in the 40s, and eventually you're going to see the zone forecast giving you the cloud cover that's going to stick around for everybody. You start off with the La Crosse area, then get into the south zone. You're still seeing some locations like, again, as you get into Steuben down to, what is that,
was the area holding on to cloudy skies, then picking up again with mostly cloudy skies in Arcadia. Other locations, as you go right down into La Crosse, we are in mostly cloudy skies. Other locations will be in partly cloudy skies to the north. We'll continue going northward. You can see up there by Ladysmith, partly cloudy skies. The same for Eau Claire as well, to partly to mostly cloudy skies through the day for you. All right, that being said, flood potential. We're taking a look here, what's happening. We're taking a look, and there it is right there. Monday, that's our next batch of rainfall popping into the picture here. We'll also be seeing future rain totals as we go right into Tuesday and Wednesday, adding that in. We could see maybe 1/4 of an inch all the way up to about 1 1/4 inches of rainfall into the picture for us. Then also some of the heavier spots well up to the north there, they could see maybe getting close to 2 inches. As far as snow is concerned, we have that coming in possibly as we go into Tuesday. You can see some of that snow over to our west and starting to fill in, moving into areas closer to Wisconsin. Eventually that snow turns into Wednesday here, going into potential snow for Wednesday, popping into the picture, getting into La Crosse and kind of squeezing down from the southern central zone all the way into the northern zone, bringing that snow potential as we finish out for Wednesday, going into Thursday with the potential for at least a mix of rain and snow. We could see some moderate snow accumulations going through as well as some lighter accumulations down to the south. So it looks pretty decent for us as we finish out over the next few days though. Temperatures will continue to increase as we go right through the weekend, so mild conditions will ensue. By the time we get into Monday though, temperatures still in the mild with a few showers here and there, to be light by the way. Breezy and gusty conditions coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday. And Thursday, again with a mix of snow coming in for Wednesday going into Thursday, temperatures back in the 40s. Back to you.
In our Morning Buzz report, the actor best known for his role as Joey Gladstone on the sitcom Full House is battling an aggressive form of cancer. Dave Coulier says he was diagnosed with stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma last month. Coulier said he started chemo immediately and is sharing his story to inspire others to get tested early. In spite of it all, he says he has a lot to look forward to as he prepares to welcome a new grandson in March. Doctor of Psychology Alex Cross is one of author James Patterson's most popular characters. Now he's starring in his own Prime Video series, Cross. Aldous Hodge plays Cross, who's on a mission to get into the minds of killers and bring them to justice. That starts streaming today.
I want mission-specific training, cash, and a new identity.
Have you lost your mind?
I want to find and kill the people who murdered my wife.
I don't think you could beat a 90-year-old nun in an arm wrestling match.
Oscar winner Rami Malek plays a brilliant CIA cryptographer bent on revenge in The Amateur. The first trailer for the action thriller just dropped. The Amateur opens in theaters April 11th.
Ms. Park stated in her will that she wants you to be the beneficiary of her life insurance policy until Camilla comes of age.
Who the hell's Camilla?
She's your daughter.
You said there's money?
A man in a wheelchair finds parenting is more than he bargained for in Daruma. A new movie bills itself as the first in U.S. history to star 2 disabled lead actors in a movie that's not about overcoming disability. Daruma, which has won several awards already, opens tomorrow in select theaters and on digital platforms. And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Clayton is turning 8 years old today, enjoys playing with his dogs, video games, and hanging out with his friends.
Happy birthday to you, Clayton. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old, we'd love to feature them.
Yeah, that's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Time now is 6:47. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, we're talking to Oscar-winning filmmaker and actor. That's Billy Bob Thornton. There he is. He's got a new Paramount Plus show. It's called Landman. It's about the oil business in Texas. Now Fortune and Family shapes those involved. It's Billy Bob Thornton, so you know it's gonna be good. Plus, are the popular weight loss drugs to blame for potentially dangerous beauty standards? The head of British Vogue is sounding the alarm on this, on what she says it's a troubling trend. And we'll hear from a violinist who's using her classically trained talent to play modern music. Listen to that. She's even caught the attention of musicians like Beyonce and Stevie Wonder. That's good. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale in living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. Take an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, all Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture ends Friday.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped families get ready for Thanksgiving for generations. So as you prep for hosting, baking, and holiday travel, shop unbeatable deals on supplies to help you savor the season. Like 1-pound bags of pecan halves or pieces, just $6.99. This West Bend Versatility Cooker with tote, $29.99. 3 gallons of picnic turkey frying oil, only $39.99. Plus $100 instant savings on this 10-amp-hour DeWalt tool battery. Everything you need for Turkey Day for less. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
During the Veterans Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get 10% off sale prices on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Plus, get free delivery and setup. The Veterans Day sale, going on now at Home Sleep Express.
It's officially cozy season. You're the coolest. Let's go!
You've set quite a vibe here.
That's how we roll.
Down the Drew Barrymore show. Down the Drew Barrymore show. This is the best interview I've ever done.
Yes! Can I do that? How fun is this? Oh. You won't want to miss it.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for your morning news now. Overnight, Republican Ryan Hipsch conceded the 94th Assembly race to Democratic incumbent Steve Doyle. In a statement, Hipsch thanked supporters and said while the outcome wasn't what he wanted, he remains committed to fighting for his campaign's values. The race was one of the closest in our area, with Doyle winning by just 200 votes. Voter turnout in La Crosse topped 100% for the election. The percentage reflects registered voters before Election Day versus total ballots cast. Wisconsin's same-day registration allows more ballots than pre-registered voters. More than 5,000 people registered at the polls on Election Day. President-elect Trump says he'll nominate longtime ally Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida as his Attorney General. The choice sparking a strong response from Democrats and Republicans. Gaetz, who joined Congress in 2017, has been the focus of several investigations into his conduct, including alleged sexual contact with a 17-year-old. CBS News projects Republicans will keep control of the House. That solidifies GOP leadership of both chambers of Congress, as well as the White House with Trump's 2024 victory. Republican senators voted for South Dakota's John Thune to become the chamber's next majority leader. He'll replace Mitch McConnell, the longest-serving Senate party leader. WisDOT plans to close State Highway 35 between Trumbull and Holmen for nearly 2 years to replace 3 bridges. The closure means drivers will need to detour through Galesville. That could add 15 minutes to their commute. Village officials and residents worry this will hurt local businesses and healthcare access.
The businesses around here, they're going to suffer if they're going to shut the road down for 2 years. And what are you going to do about the summer traffic through here? That's going to hurt everybody. The economy, everybody. Businesses will close because of that.
Trumbull's village administrator says officials have asked WisDOT to create a bypass. They are still waiting for a response. Your drive through La Crosse County could get smoother as the county board approves a $206 million budget for 2025. A record $14 million will go toward fixing roads and highways across the county. The budget also focuses on helping the unhoused, creating 3 new peer support specialist positions to work to reduce homelessness.
Every department has their finger on the pulse, and then as an organization we try to pull all of that together to make sure that the budget is spent on the things that are going to meet the most needs.
The budget also sets aside $250,000 to attract new airlines to the La Crosse airport. Happening today, a historic La Crosse fire station could get new life. The Common Council will vote on selling Fire Station 4 to a retired firefighter. Jeff and Jill Murphy plan to turn the Gillette Street building into their home while renting out the upstairs as an apartment. And Gunderson Health will pay $160,000 in fines for air pollution violations. The Wisconsin Department of Justice sued the healthcare organization over a wood-fired boiler in La Crosse County that violated state regulations. Trip to the doctor will soon be more expensive for some seniors. This week, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services announcing an increase. This is a long one. In Part B premiums. Monthly premiums are rising from $174 to $185. Officials blame the Inflation Reduction Act and rising prescription costs.
I'm not too happy about it. I'll just have to wait and see what it goes up to.
Tesca also says prepare to see the annual deductible increase from $240 to $257. All right, Art, excuse me while I go pass away.
Yeah, I was going to say, as they say in the South, Alexander, bless your heart. All right, getting into it, though, temperatures for the next few hours here to getting into cloudy skies, of course, all the way into partly cloudy skies, opening up the skies for you. You'll see at least mostly cloudy skies for us to finish out the day, though. Some locations may stay in the partly cloudy. All right, we go right into it here. Temperatures in the upper 40s to the low 50s today. We are in the mild, and we are holding on to warmer conditions going through the next few days, right through Sunday. And then Monday still doing the same thing with rainfall potential coming in. That's mostly nighttime rainfall with rain finishing out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with a mix of rain and snow in that as well.
Thank you, Art. It's time to honor a popular snack. It's National Pickle Day. Pickles' special day, now been celebrated for more than 70 years. Wow, Americans eat more than 5 million pounds of them each year. Whether accompanied with a sandwich, chopped up as relish, you can pop open a jar of your favorite type of pickles today. Do you have a favorite type of pickle, Art?
Yes, one that's not on my burger.
Yeah, you know what? I had a feeling you weren't gonna like pickles.
No, I do,
like
but not. I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've just kind of been pickled out.
All pickled out. All right. Well, we're all pickled out of time. We'll see you back here at noon, though. Have a great day until then.